This is, we're talking about the Intex hot tub here. A lot of people are having problems with the pump. They are shutting down, coming up the E96 code. Takes a long time for them to reset. Mine, once it reset, it would run for a total of about 5 minutes, and then it would shut down on me. I seen a video on YouTube about some wiring that a guy did, and it was very effective and it worked, but the diagram of it just wasn't, the way he recorded it just was not played out well. So I'm going to break that down even more simple, and there's going to be a couple parts to this video. Part 1 is going to be the power going in and the pump. Part 2 will be the blower motor, which activates your bubbles. Let me just show you right here. Part 1 is going to be this part right here, where you're going to get your power in at. Part 2 is going to be the blower motors, which is these two wires and this wire right here. And part 3 is going to be your heater wires, which are right here. I've done the same thing he did, went and got these, you know, this big old mess, these plugs right here at the Home Depot. They come with a remote. Got channel 1, 2, and 3. Turn them on and off by the remote. So this is going to be heater 1, heater 2, and this is going to be the jets, the bubbler. So for part 1, and you're also going to need one of these right here, so you can plug in all 3 of these right here. You're going to plug in the heater 1 on channel 1, heater on channel 2, and the bubbler on channel 3, and you need to have some power to plug it into there. Now this motor right here is a 12 volt motor supply. Sorry about the camera, guys. But this motor right here is a 12 volt power supply. Actually the motor itself is 12 volts. This just converts the energy to 12 volts, which powers the motor. Now you've got a wire coming in right here. Once you cut that wire, it's going to be number 5 and number 6. They're going to be white and black. All things are color coded. Then you've got the main wire, which is right here. This main wire, the very thick wire that comes into the side of the base right here. I've got my spotlight on right here, so a bunch of moths are flying in. But the main wire that comes in, you can see that one moving as I move that wire right there. This is the main wire that comes in. You also want to cut that. Also, like I said, it's color coded and number coded. They're going to be number 1 and number 2 is going to join number 1 is going to join in with number 6. Make sure I got that correct. Number 1 is going to join in with number 6, as you can see right here. And number 5 is going to join in with number 2. Like I said, they are black wires. They are color coded. So you're going to be able to tell. Now this right here is the end that I got off of a drop cord. As you can see, I just cut the end right off the drop cord. The other end, I actually had to replace the GFI plug. You know, a bunch of people were replacing it, and still no turnout. But I'm gonna, once you plug this in right here, it's gonna bring power to this right here. So once you turn it on, the motor is gonna run non-stop as soon as you turn it on. And you can turn it off, the whole thing off, by hitting this test button right here to shut it off. You hit reset and it'll cut it right back on. But this motor will run constantly once you have it plugged in. So I needed power. You need power to run in. And see this wire right here, I forgot to tell you, this is the green wire. You'll see it coming into this little box right here. It just slides right off of here, a couple of screws. Slides right out of there. This ground wire, you're going to cut this right here and hook this up to that. That's where you're going to hook that up to. That way you have a grounded system. But anyways, you have this right here. Like I said, this is part one. This is all connected. Let me just open this right here. Once this is connected and all taped up and stuff, I'm doing this for video purposes. You're going to plug that in just like that. Once all the excess motors are removed, or wires are removed, this will tuck back into here. Like I said, then you'll take and you'll plug in one of these right here into here. Once you plug one of these into here, you decide which channel it is. Like this one right here is channel 3. Then the blower motor will be plugged up into here. So let's go ahead and unplug that because I'm not done with the wiring. As you can tell, I'm going to go slow with this, y'all, because I want you to be able to get it. And because I had a hard time getting it and watching that video, well, now I've got it figured out. So I'm going to make it simple for each and every one of y'all to be able to get it to. And these are your temperature thermostat readings. I want to say about buying something for that to hook them up and, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, this is part one of the Intex SPA. Like I said, number 6 is going to go in 1. Number 5, you're going to cross over with 2. Then your end of your drop cord wire will be the white goes on white, black goes on black, green goes on green. So I'm going to tie that in, tape all that up, and clean that up, and I'll get right back to you. Alright, so after you have taped everything off, this is how it will look. This, like I said, this is your main wire that is coming in that you're going to be plugging into the wall. It's going to run and supply power into this cord right here that goes into the pump. Like I said, the pump will be constantly running non-stop, no matter what you do, unless you unplug or hit the test button on your GFI cord. If you still have that attached, you'll run in and to the end of the drop cord, female end, and that will supply power into this right here. This was $2. I think in all I'm gonna have 22 bucks into this, so not bad. You know, I give 50 bucks for the hot tub, so I can't argue. But anyways, you'll plug this into here. That will supply power into here, which will supply power into all your plugs, and you'll be able to turn on the heaters and the blower motor. So I hope part 1 was easy to understand, and we'll be here for part 2 on the heaters, or actually to the blower motor, and part 3 will be heaters. So stay tuned. Intex hot tub SPA. God bless y'all.